Good morning. Look at me. Look at my face. But yesterday I had gone for like a peel, and this is basically how my face is looking right now. Now, when I was in Dubai, I left my face products. I usually use the you've range, which is like a medical range, and it finished, so I just started using Cetaphil because I noticed that they had a lot of that in Dubai, and I just assumed that that would be fine because I YouTubed it, and Cetaphil is meant to be really good, but it's like my skin didn't like it at all, or maybe it was just the change of environment and also the change of products because my skin has been used to Obagi for about a year now. I can't wait till I do like a proper skin transformation. How I cleared my skin video, like Jesus, do it for your girl. Oh my god, my skin is so inflamed right now. 15th of March 2019, and look at my skin right now. Like I have a zit there, I have a zit there, I have a zit there, I have a zit there. I'll actually insert a video on my iPhone because I feel like this camera kind of clears up my skin a little bit, and that's why you guys keep requesting a skincare video, but I'm so reluctant to give it, like, you know, put up a skincare video because I'm not happy with my skin. So why should I be telling you guys things to use when I don't feel like they're perfect for me? It's been like peaks and valleys because it went like really downhill and then my skin started clearing again, but then now from time to time I just get strange breakouts like this that, you know, I don't get what's happening. I low-key suspect that this is related to my hair because I just did my hair and I put this serum on my hair, which I feel, yeah, my wig is sitting right there. I'm not in the mood, it's too hot today. But yeah, I put this serum on my hair and I slept with it, and I think when I read the instructions later, you actually meant to wash it out. So maybe because I didn't wash it out, my skin, you know, because it's really around my hairline, I have some dots over there. So this is why I'm delaying in giving you guys a proper skincare routine, because I'm not happy. This is exposing all the flaws on my face. Interesting. Hi fam, welcome back to the channel. So I do look a bit crazy. It's currently 10:25, Monday 13th of January. I'm currently going through some transitions. I am breaking out right now, so I'm hoping that, you know, I'm gonna test my skincare routine and, you know, my acne, this breakout is gonna go down because as you can see, there's a lot going on right now. And I also got a new astringent. Like I saw it in Ebano and I was like, oh, I've never used astringent, and I have been feeling like, you know, I'm quite oily. But then, oh, like the texture of my skin, look like, oh, is this capturing it? Hi fam, I feel like it's been so long since I did a proper live update, but skin is still in progress. I'm still kind of breaking out, but it's definitely gone down. Today is the 22nd. Okay fam. Ooh, this light exposes everything. Welcome to the highly anticipated skincare video, my acne story video, my skin routine video, everything skin. I became conscious of my skincare in 2017 because I generally had good skin up until then. But disclaimer, when I was in England, I used to be on birth control. So I was on birth control. In fact, even when I moved back, I was still on birth control. I was on birth control for, let's say, a good 4 or 5 years. So I didn't have any acne problems. I didn't have any skin concerns, really. My skin was great. When I went off birth control, it's not as if I immediately noticed that, you know, something was wrong with my skin. But then I feel like I noticed a transition because I had moved back to Nigeria, as I said, and then, you know, I started changing my skincare products. So like the typical face wash and face cream I would use in England, I couldn't really get them here. So I just used to use like random stuff. I actually can't remember what exactly I was using then, but I know I used to use Simple, like the Simple range in England, like the blue one. I'll find a picture and insert it, but the blue Simple range, and then yeah, that was it, like the Simple toner, everything simple, because I actually do have quite sensitive skin, so I like to keep it simple. I started having like little textural issues, and then I went to a spa. There was a spa down my road in Abuja called Beauty Secrets, so I went to that spa, and then they put me on the Murad range, and this is the beginning of my downfall. Not necessarily Murad, but then spas. I think spas was the biggest downfall for my face. So, you know, I started going to spas and doing different treatments, facials, and I was finding that, you know, every time I did a new facial or I did a new treatment, my skin just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then it reached the point where I decided to now start going to a medical spa. I started going to Flawless Faces by Abby, and also in Abuja. And then because, you know, my friend Tele had also suffered from acne, so she had told me that, you know, what changed the game for her was by going to a medical spa and then putting her on like a medical range of acne products. So I now decided, okay, you know what, let me do the same. Then wow, the tragedy. So, you know, I really wanted to get chemical peels, because when you hear people's acne journeys and you look online, you see that most times something that they do is get a peel or something like that like helps them like regress their skin issues, and you know, their skin will have this dramatic peel and stuff. So, you know, when I went for my first session, they told me that I was not going to get that dramatic peel because I was like a grade 5 peel or something. So I had to start from grade 1, and then they slowly build you up. And then they also changed all my products, because apparently like you have to like prepare your skin for the peel and stuff. So I now started using Obagi products. Obagi is so expensive, and it has like 5 different steps, like step 1, step 2. Like it used to cost me like 100 and something thousand basically per session to like get the skin products and to also do like the peel I needed to do. So, you know, I just started finding that every time I was getting the peel, my face was getting worse and worse and worse. I think I reached like grade 3, and then it was just a tragedy. Like the way my skin was looking, I'm like, there's no way I can continue like this. Like look at the way I broke out on my chin and on my forehead. Like right that day, that was like the first day I remember crying because of my skin. And you know, I now went back to the spa, and then they like upgraded the pill to the next level, and oh my days, if you see what happened, I had like breakouts all up on my forehead, all along my chin, like breakouts everywhere. So I'm like, honestly, I actually decided that, you know what, I'm never going back to that spa again, because I thought, okay, it was that spa that was the problem. But then I now reached out, like I started posting on Instagram as well, you know, my issues with my skin and my skincare journey and stuff. And then there was this lady named Oledo. She's the one that does Oledo Naturals. She reached out to me, and she was like that she thinks I need to cut back on everything and just keep my routine simple. And I'm like, honestly, I completely agree as well, because like I feel like I've been doing the most, wasting a lot of money, and my skin is only getting worse and worse and worse. And so she basically recommended that I keep my routine down to like 3 products: her black soap, jojoba, sorry, like what's it called, witch hazel toner to tone, and then jojoba oil to moisturize. Like she was like, those 3 products, I'm like, there's no harm in trying, really and truly. Those 3 products were cheaper than 1 session, or in fact 1 Obagi product basically. So I'm like, let me just try it. And that was when I literally started noticing a difference in my skin. Like my skin was improving, my breakouts were not as intense, you know. And then, you know, I was still having breakouts here and there, because I think what I do suffer from is hormonal acne. And that's why I mentioned that I was on birth control at the beginning, because when I was on birth control, obviously my hormones were being suppressed. I got a lot of questions about how I cleared my dark spots. I think that one thing that definitely changed the game for me was Sunday Riley's turmeric oil, because obviously turmeric is known to have like lightening properties and stuff, and I'm very anti-bleaching. Back in the days, I actually used to use Fair and White dark spot corrector and you know, it did help my skin, but then I heard that it has bleaching properties in it, so I stopped using that. And you know, I have been trying to look for natural ways basically to help out my skin. And yeah, so I decided to try out this turmeric oil, and I was in London at the time. So this was summer of 2019, just last year. I was in London at the time, and I do feel that it definitely made a huge difference. Like obviously maybe the sun in London isn't as harsh as well, but then I feel like it was after that summer that my face cleared. And what I was using, the only thing that I was using differently was that turmeric oil. I actually never found the jojoba oil until recently. Anyway, what I used to use then was the Obagi moisturizer. I was still using that, and the Obagi sunscreen. So you know, I did feel like, you know, my skin was really thriving. Even up until when I went to South Africa, you could see that my skin was doing well. I continued with my basic simple routine, you know, just those 3 products. By the time we got into the new year, anytime I saw my friends like after Christmas, they'll be like, oh my god, your skin, you're really looking good, like what did you use, what did you do? And I was raving all about this, you know, a little black soap. Even my sister was like, oh my god, what are you using? So she even bought the black soap. Like, isn't necessarily like an acne prevention type of thing. It's just a very simple cleansing soap. Like, so it's basically just serves the purpose of cleansing your face. And then, oh yeah, sorry, I meant to mention that I was still having breakouts as well, yeah, because the black soap is not an acne prevention soap. So Tyler also put me onto this soap called Acne Out, and then I started using that, and also noticed that yeah, it was making a difference in my skin. I wasn't having as many active breakouts. I was running out of my toner, and then you know, I went to Ebano in Lekki, and I saw that they had the witch hazel there, and even this new astringent, and I was feeling like my skin was getting a bit oily, so I'm like, oh, let me try the new astringent and the witch hazel toner from Ebano, and Jesus is Lord. The breakout I experienced after that, I don't know if they're adulterating products in Nigeria or what, but then you know, it just took me back 10 steps back. Like basically, like my skin started regressing again. I started having breakouts and textural issues again. It seemed like Sunday Riley was not working. I started going crazy again, like what am I gonna do to sort out my skin? And you know, that's where I am now. Basically, like I feel like my skin hasn't properly gotten back to that great place again like it was during summer in London, and I do blame the environment here and then the quality of products here. But then recently, because of the pandemic, you know, I feel like I've been forced to get back into shopping in Nigeria for products. So I have found that, you know, getting products from places like MedPlus and just verified pharmacies is a bit better than, you know, just your average supermarket. So I did get a bunch of new products from MedPlus, and I feel like my skin is getting back to a good place. So yeah, without digressing any further, now I'm going to share my skincare routine with you. So yeah, keep watching, and please do like, share and subscribe if you're enjoying this video. And yeah, please also leave a comment if you agree with anything that I said, or if you disagree. Like, do you find that the same thing happens when you buy products in supermarkets in Nigeria? Like, how does your skin react to it? So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys what I use on my skin, the different products, and then take off my makeup and actually show you guys me live doing my nighttime skincare routine.
I walk and my talk been different, my style and my thoughts been different. I got you